Local 3's coverage of College Football Media Days, brought to you by Langley Roofing. See a good roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome back to Atlanta for just the second time hosting SEC Media Days and kicking off the festivities on Tuesday, the defending SEC champions and the Alabama Crimson Tide. We talked a lot about a lot of things here, as you often do at Media Days, but us here in the 4Q3 wanted to talk about the newest addition to the Crimson Tide's running backs room. That's one of our own, Dalton's own Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs transferring over from Georgia Tech, where he had a breakout season for the Yellow Jackets. He was a second-team All-American and a first-team All-ACC selection. And us here in the area, most notably in North Georgia, know how good this guy is from his days as a Dalton Catamount. And he's quickly made an impression on his new teammates and, of course, head coach Nick Saban. How is it helping you guys, and what stands out about him to you?
He's like a little route receiver sometimes. You know, we have to take those wheel routes on him and stuff like that. You better get on your horse because he got wheels and he can run. So he's dangerous out the backfield, but I love it. It's fun to watch.
Jahmyr's a cool guy. On the field, he's a great back. He's fast, elusive, and he can also catch the ball. So he's a good matchup for linebackers as well. And our linebackers are getting better covering him in practice.
He's made a really, really positive impact, on our team and a lot of ways on the field and off, and we're very pleased to have him in the program.
Feels like yesterday we were watching this kid tear up defenses at Harmon Field in Dalton, and now he's just a few weeks away from the grand stage of the SEC. We can't wait to see him with the Crimson Tide. Now, speaking of the SEC and the conference, obviously we're here at Media Day, so we're talking about it. Yesterday, a hot topic was expansion. We heard from Commissioner Greg Sankey. Now, the next best person people want to hear from, obviously, head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nick Saban. Now, Saban didn't dive too much into it because he's not a big hypothetical guy. Imagine that, right? But it's safe to say we all know where it comes to college football. We just don't know how it's going to end up, which is the intriguing part.
I do think if we move toward the mega conference, again, that whole thing about competitive balance is going to be in question. And look, I'm not here to say we should have it or we shouldn't have it, but if we have two 20-team leagues, how's that going to impact all the people that are not in those leagues? That's a question for all of you to speculate and answer on. I really can't speculate on that.
One thing's for sure, Alabama doesn't have to worry too much about a mega conference because wherever they're playing, that's where everybody wants to be playing. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this 2022 season plays out for the Alabama Crimson Tide as they search for another national championship. Speaking of national championship, the defending national champions themselves, the Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby Smart, Stetson Bennett and co. taking the podium tomorrow. For the first time in 41 years, they enter SEC Media Days as those defending national champions. We can't wait to hear from them as they look to defend their title. You know we're not going anywhere. Local 3, the place to be for everything SEC Media Days in the ATL. Live in Atlanta, Ben Bobick, Local 3 Sports.
All-Star game night, and with Ben Bobick and David Carnes, we've got our own All-Star team here.